All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Chrissy Aaron, and I'm doing Michelle Obama for my Select Leadership presentation as defined by the 5 practices of exemplary leadership. Despite her husband being more famously known as the former president of the United States, Michelle Obama has been a leader in her own way. Obama is an inspiration to my own leadership practices in several ways. She is a strong female leader and often addresses many issues that stem from a passion she has for helping people and making positive difference. She has clear vision when it comes to anything she puts her mind to, and she can rally people together for any situation or cause. Her story is one of an underdog. She was not set up for success, but hard work and commitment got her where she is today. She shows nothing but kindness, generosity, and justice for her family, the people who work for her and with her, and for her followers and fans. Most of all, I admire her ability to effectively balance work, family, education, and her passions. According to the book, The Leadership Challenge by Causies and Posner, a leader models the way by finding their voice and affirming shared values. By being the wife of the President of the United States, it would have been easy for her voice to be shoved to the side and overshadowed by her husband's. In her book, she claims, everyone seemed to fit in except for me. I look back on the discomfort of that moment now and recognize the more universal challenge of squaring who you are with where you come from and where you want to go. I also realized that I was still a long way still from finding my voice. She reflects on a moment from her childhood and relates it to how she found her voice as a prominent leader in this country. To avoid her voice being overshadowed, she found things that she was passionate about and used her platform as First Lady to get her husband on board with her passions and voice her ideas of change. Her voice could have also easily been overshadowed by other people's assumptions of her, but she persevered. According to the article, Why We Love Michelle, Understanding Public Support for First Lady Michelle Obama by Elder and Frederick, what is remarkable about the goodwill that so many Americans expressed toward the First Lady Michelle Obama is that she was able to maintain high favorable evaluations through a period of political, social, and electoral acrimony that made high approval ratings for national political figures increasingly unlikely. By doing this, she modeled the way and paved a road of high expectations for every First Lady that precedes her. What makes this even more remarkable is that she was the first Black First Lady of the United States. This is huge because not only did she have to pave the way, but she had to do so in a way that challenged stereotypes surrounding Black women that may have caused the public to have preconceptions about who she is as a person. She thought about every single word, piece of clothing, and mannerisms and how it would come across to the public, striving to maintain a graceful yet strong image of herself. Obama understood that voicing her concerns and desire for change did not only rest in her own values, but also rested in the value of her followers. The Reach Higher initiative is the First Lady's effort to inspire every student in America to take charge of their future by completing their education past high school, whether at a professional training program, community college, or four-year college or university. This is aimed at young people and minorities and seeks to provide them with the tools that enable them to attend school and further their education, which increases their chances at obtaining a job post-education. Her Reach Higher initiative seeks to encourage students across America to further their education after high school and expand their opportunities to do so. This initiative exposes students to college and career opportunities, educates students on financial options, encourages academic planning, and supports high school counselors to encourage students. Education is what Michelle Obama believes got her where she is today. She understands that not everyone has equal opportunities when it comes to furthering their education, even if they have the desire to. She imagined the possibility of what it would look like to have more educated people in this country and met it with a common purpose to be able to give students access to opportunity to expand their education. In her career as First Lady, Obama often traveled to schools and listened to the wants, needs, and desires of individual students. By listening deeply to others and committing herself to this cause, she has inspired a shared vision of the attainability of higher education. Obama constantly seeks out ways to challenge the process as a leader. One of the best examples of how she challenges the process is demonstrated through her Let's Move initiative. Let's Move is an initiative that tackles the problem of childhood obesity in America by encouraging healthier lifestyle in order to avoid health issues that come with obesity. The plan to carry out this initiative includes providing education about healthier lifestyle choices, implementing healthier food options in schools across America, and ensuring access to healthy food that is also affordable and accessible. Obama noticed that there was an issue with the current process of convenience that have crept into America's food. Many families, including her own, have resulted to opting for convenience over health. She saw the problems that this was contributing to, and she knew she had to challenge the process to make a change, not only for the sake of her family's health, but for the sake of the nation's health. The result of the Let's Move initiative includes updated meal nutrition and increased opportunity for physical activity in schools across the United States. By challenging the process, Obama was able to generate change toward healthier lifestyles across the US. It seems odd, but Michelle Obama's fashion and style are a great example of how she enables others to act through empowering women. According to the study featured in the article titled The Michelle Obama Influence, an exploration of the First Lady's fashion style and impact on women by Matthews, etc., she was enabling others to act by relating through authenticity. Because she did not rely on high-end fashion as the First Lady and rather chose to present herself with a more affordable and excessive clothing, it created an image that made her more relatable to many followers. It allowed other women to feel like they were capable of achieving similar things to what Obama has in her life and contributed to an overall aspect of familiarity, like she was just like the rest of us. Due to the fact that she was able to come off as easy to relate to, it built an incredible amount of trust that facilitated relationship building. In her documentary on Netflix and in her book, she is featured talking to many students among schools across the country. By encouraging these face-to-face interactions, she was able to facilitate relationships with those who looked up to her. The best example of how Michelle Obama has worked as a leader to encourage the heart rests in the interactions that she has with her husband. Barack was heavily involved in politics, even prior to his presidency. This meant that he spent a lot of time away from his family and a lot of time devoted to law and policy. Obama has admitted on numerous occasions and reiterates it again in the article titled Michelle Obama's Legacy by Nadia Brown that she is deeply uncomfortable with politics, which seems sort of ironic since that's been her life for the last 8 years. She recognizes her husband's dedication to politics and knows the kind of person that he is. Even though politics is something that makes her uncomfortable, she recognizes that her husband's contributions to politics are a necessity and that he is seeking to do good work in the world, to bring about change and to make a positive difference. On numerous occasions, she reminds Barack that she believes in him and his ability in politics by reassuring and supporting him and taking time to focus on his work. Another way that Michelle Obama has encouraged the heart is to celebrate values and victories. In her book, she recounts the day that gay marriage was legalized under her husband's presidency. The White House made a public celebration that represented the values of her and her family. By celebrating this victory, it encouraged the people around the United States as well as around the world who hold the same values. Overall, Michelle Obama is a great leader for the ways in which she implements the 5 practices of exemplary leadership. She models the way by actively seeking to find and utilize her voice. She uses her voice to carry out her passions and defy the expectations of others. She inspires a shared vision by aiming to provide students with the resources to further their education. Obama realized that education was the single factor that helped her achieve her potential in life, and she has a vision for everyone else to have an equal opportunity to do the same. When Obama saw the problem of health issues developing in our country, she challenged the process of the convenience of our food system and began to implement healthier changes in schools nationwide. Enabling others to act through being relatable to her followers and seeking to build relationships with them is what makes her so trustworthy as a person. Even when things make her uncomfortable, Obama realizes that positive change can only be brought about by stepping out of her comfort zone to support her husband and his passion for politics. All of these qualities and examples of these practices of exemplary leadership is what makes her an admirable leader. Thank you for listening. And here's my references.